Welcome to Mad Useful Crypto. On this episode, we'll be covering LiquidDriver. We'll be yield hunting on the Fantom ecosystem. First and foremost, let me just get this out the way. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Nothing in this video should be construed as financial advice. Please seek financial advice from competent counsel or a licensed CPA. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this platform a little bit. The Fantom chain is really good for yield farming. It's really good for really giving you a lot of added incentive and bang for your buck because Fantom seems to really have a really good knack of rewarding a lot of users for these type of activities. And that's why the Fantom ecosystem is just blown up. But before we get into all that, right? Let's go ahead and connect our wallet. And in order to do so, we have to add the Fantom blockchain to our Metamask. So of course, I'm on the Fantom Foundation. You want to make sure that you get the information from here because you don't want to trust any shady sources. And always remember that, you can lose your investment when it comes to DeFi platforms. So please be careful and always do your own research. But let's just go ahead about how to add new networks, of course, to MetaMask. So what I did was I came up here, I clicked on add network, and then it opened up this tab for me. So if we come here, all we'll do is we'll copy this RPC URL. Network name, of course, is the Fantom chain or Fantom Opera. Go ahead and paste in this RPC URL. I just copied and pasted it. Chain ID is 250. Symbol is FTM. So let's go ahead and put those in real quick. 250. Currency symbol is FTM for Fantom. And then the block explorer URL, we'll copy this link address. Just go ahead and put that in there. And Fantom scan is the same like Ether scan or Binance as well, like that. Just so you can, yeah. So it looks like I already have one Fantom in there. So that's good. We'll just go ahead and close out of this. We'll close out of this. Now we're back to LiquidDriver. Whenever you're getting into new DeFi projects, right? Always make sure that you take a look at their docs. Make sure you read any relevant Medium articles. Make sure that you look into the team. Make sure you definitely join their Discord, Telegram. Try to get a feel for what's going on with the project and the overall goals for the project. And definitely check out Twitter because that's where a lot of things break first. But when we're looking at this project, looks like they have about 155 TVL locked in. This is a brand new UI, just to let you guys know that as well as an aside. They brought out a brand new UI. It looks amazing. Market cap is 27 million. Here's the token. It's the Liquidator token, LQDR token, but it's at $23. Total Liquidator locked is 2 million. Total burn right here, circulating supply as follows. And if you need a refresher on what the circulating supply is, there's that handy dandy math for you. So let's keep going, right? Have this little news feed on there. So feel free to read into that as well. Check out some of the new things that they got coming into it. Looks like they have a couple of things that they want to cover, like how to bridge assets to the Fantom Opera chain. And I can even go over that in a new video as well. Join the Liquidator community. Here's their links to their Twitter. If you just click on this icon, here's the Medium, here's the Discord. Here's the Telegram, here's the Discord, and of course, here's the Medium. Make sure that you go ahead and check out all these things before you invest. That's not financial advice. It's just doing the due diligence. I think that it should be a part of anybody's due diligence repertoire, but that's completely your decision. It's left up to you. That's just what I would do for myself. When we talk about partnerships, here are some of the dexes that they're partnered with. Grim Finance, Beethoven, RoboVault, Spirit Swap, Yoshi, Spooky Swap, Olympus, of course, with the Olympus Pro program, and then buy shares. So there's a lot of partnerships that they have going on within this platform. And I will be doing a video on Olympus. I'm an original OMI. That's not an endorsement of Olympus. It's just saying that pretty much, yeah, I was in that project really early. So I'll do a video covering that. What does this project do? Driving liquidity, giving you yield. When users deposit their LP tokens in the LiquidDriver farms, they are redeposited in the partner farms to generate yields, and then those are then the benefits, of course, are passed to the XLiquidator holders. So this actually incentivizes you to lock your earned liquidator and then removing that supply from circulation while earning yields farmed by the entire TVL. So that's really cool, and we'll be going into that later. Here's a handy dandy graphic that can show you how it works. Pause the video here and definitely take a good look at this. If you're unsure of anything, just drop a comment down below and I can definitely answer those comments. So it looks like they were audited by Solidity Finance. So let's go ahead and take a look at this smart contract audit report real quick. So here's a quick summary of it. For this audit, they analyzed the project's Master Chef V2 contract. And here's the contract that they audited. And the project's Strategy Spirit Liquidator Spirit contract. And then both of these contracts were deployed to the Fantom mainnet. Here are some quick notes. So make sure that you read this entire audit. And also, if you are so inclined and you have the technical know-how, definitely dive into the contracts themselves and do your own deep dive into the contracts. But this is very in-depth. Here's the external threat results. Looks like they passed everything. And like I said, if I'm going too fast, please just go back and rewind or pause the video and take a good look. But I encourage you to definitely look at these things yourself and go over them. I myself already did, because I don't even bother to bring you guys a lot of these videos until I've actually dove into some of this stuff myself. So definitely make sure that you do the same thing and check out the audit report. So now that we're back here, let's go ahead and connect my wallet. Click on Metamask, of course, because I'm using Metamask. We'll go ahead and connect that wallet. We are connected. Of course, cool. So now we click on Farms, and of course, this is the yield hunting zone. So how LiquidDriver works and how this farm works is like an AMM. It's going to aggregate, just like how Beefy Finance does, it's going to aggregate a lot of the different options that you have within Spirit Swap, Spooky Island, Magic Land, Beethoven X. So pretty much what it's doing is that it's aggregating a bunch of different platforms and getting you the best yield all in one, similar to what Beefy Finance does. And I will make a video covering Beefy Finance. I really want to make a video covering Beefy Finance because it's one that I use a lot. And you have these really high APRs. So if we click here, right, on the Liquidator Fantom pairing, right, here's the total amount staked. Here's the APR that you'll receive in Liquidator. And also you get the bonus of a trading fee APR as well on top of that, which is why I told you I like the Fantom chain so much, because it always incentivizes you extra. Here's one thing to be careful of, though. With these high APRs, right, you always have to take into consideration that the Liquidator token can drop. And despite you getting these high APRs, if the Liquidator token goes down, your investment doesn't really do as great as you really want it to, I should say. But that's also why they have the XLiquidator token on this platform, to take a lot of Liquidator tokens out of circulation and therefore try to keep the price from going down. So that's how they're putting that into play to really help people that are, of course, that is the added benefit of the XLiquidator. So, of course, these are LPs from Spirit Swap. So let's keep going down. And of course, these are APR, not APY. The difference between APR and APY is that APR is not compounded. You have to manually compound it. APY takes into consideration compounding and is compounded. So I'll do a separate video on the wonders of APR versus APY. And you can also drop me a comment in the down below. And I actually have an APR AP versus APY spreadsheet that I can definitely send you, or you can join the Patreon. And it's something that I do give to all Patreon members. So join the Patreon and you can just get it as well. It'll save you a lot of time and effort and having to crunch a lot of numbers, but definitely you should always know what these numbers mean or try to really understand what a lot of these numbers mean. But that's what APR is. And for APR, you can simply just take this number right here and divide it by 12 for each month of the year. And then that will give you the monthly percentage that you'll have. So because a lot of these are like roughly around 100, it's a little bit more. So if you divide it by 12, it'll be about 11%, 12% for most of them. Some of these are, of course, are higher if you divide this by 12. So, and this is actually a good one. This is Sushi and Fantom, or even Link and Fantom. If you're bullish on the future of Chainlink, and definitely bullish on the future of Fantom like I am, and that's not financial advice, but Fantom right now is sitting around $3, and AVAX and Solana. I remember there was a time when I could have bought AVAX for like, and when I say AVAX, I'm talking about Avalanche. I could have bought it for maybe $16, and I wish I just bought a whole bunch of it, because if you look at the price of Avalanche now and Solana, I mean, they're really, really high. Fantom is an up and coming chain. They're doing very well. I don't know. It might be a little bit of alpha there. Just saying. And even Sushi Swap with Daniele taking over pretty much. If you like Daniele, I'm just saying this might be, who knows? I'm not saying anything. I don't know. Let's keep going. Spooky Island, of course, this is Spooky Swap. And these are LPs for Spooky Swap. All of the APRs are extremely high, almost 200%. Magic Land is a very good combination of three stables, which is Magical Internet Money from Abracadabra, US Dollar Terra, and then USDC. So you're earning a very good APR of 27%. $6 million, of course, is locked in, and not surprisingly, these are all stable coins, which means the price isn't going to fluctuate. So you can earn 27% on that stable, which is great. You can't do that anywhere else with your money. Not in traditional finance, I should say. Can't do that in traditional finance unless you're one of the ultra wealthy people, and then, yeah, this stuff doesn't really apply to you. But then you'll get your APR in LiquidDriver, of course, which is the farming token. Then you also have this combination on Beethoven, from Beethoven, of Spirit and Lin Spirit. So what Lin Spirit is wrapped spirit. And the best part about this is, and the reason why it has this TVL that's pretty high, is the fact that because these are pretty much a similar pair, you don't really have to worry as much about impermanent loss. So that's something that you might want to look into, avoiding impermanent loss. Let's take a look at XLiquidator, right? So once you lock your Liquidator, it's locked. So people are actually locking up their Liquidator for 2 years. I mean, this is 613 days, so about 2 years. And it's 2 million Liquidator locked. But you earn the rewards, and you earn it almost on a daily basis. Every single day you'll be earning. And then here's some of the tokens that you can get from this revenue sharing vault. You're going to get 23% in, here's the total APR you earn, but you get 23.78% in Liquidator, 1.78% in Wrap Fantom, 13% in Boo, 56% in Lin Spirit, and then the 1.5 in Spells from Abracadabra as well. So that's what you'll earn for locking up your Liquidator. And if you look at this, right, you can lock these for these amount of times: 2 weeks, 2 months, a year, 2 years. And you can see the time period changes as you select any of these options. So you can already see I have a little bit of Liquidator in here to test. And I went ahead and did that just ahead of time. It pulls up automatically in my wallet, but I could go ahead into Fantom Scan and get the proper token address and put it in here so you would see it in my Metamask as well. And I'll do a video on how to do those things so you can properly see how to do that process. But let's go ahead and, I mean, it's got a little bit of Liquidator, just a tiny, tiny amount. And let's go ahead and say that we're going to put it in here for 2 months. So here's when it will come out. So let's go ahead and hit approve. Okay, cool, 6 cents. Fantom gas fees are so much lower than Ethereum. And we're just gonna have to wait for a little bit. Then of course this button's gonna change, and then we should be able to go ahead and lock our liquidator. So of course the transaction looks like it was confirmed. And then here, see it changed. Now we can lock the liquidator. Hit confirm again. It's creating that lock. As you can see in the, if you just want to go to the transaction history, there it is, create lock. We're back here. So we can always increase the amount. So we can always come back in here and put more into it. Even while it's still, going. We can always extend the period too and extend it up to the 2-year maximum. But we can always lock up more liquidator. So understand this, right? Once you lock a token in, you cannot withdraw it for any reason. That's why this button doesn't work. It doesn't work. I cannot withdraw. You cannot withdraw your locked tokens. And I know that sounds like, dude, why are you telling us this basic stuff? Because some people, they might be newbies and they don't understand this. A lot of newbies jump into the world of DeFi, and I pray that they do not get wrecked, but it does happen. So I'm explaining these things as much as I can so that you do not make mistakes. But when it comes to the lock thing, you cannot remove before the time period is up. So here's Lens Spirit. And of course, it explains it as a wrapped version of In Spirit. So by acquiring Lens Spirit, you can earn fees generated on Spirit Swap because that's where that token comes from. So you have this available to you, and here's the fee distributor, and you're earning an amazing APR of 62%. That's why you gotta love DeFi. So if we go to Bond, of course, it's gonna take us to Olympus Pro because that's the partnership that they have. Let's go ahead and connect the wallet. That's why it's not showing up. Olympus has broadened its reach, allowing it to be multi-chain now. Before, Olympus used to only be on the Ethereum chain. And it looks like a lot of the bond options that we would have on the Fantom chain are sold out. But these ROIs really aren't that great either right now. So it wouldn't probably be a good time to bond anyway. But Olympus does a good job of vetting their partners. So I know that a lot of people don't do their own research, but of course, Olympus is going to do their research before partnering with people. Not advice at all, but I mean, they're going to do their due diligence. So I guess you could piggyback off of what they're doing. Bridge, of course, is going to take you to Spirit Swap. You can connect your wallet here, and then you'll be able, of course, to get any or a majority of Fantom tokens. I won't say any because then people will start looking for the nonsense tokens that they publish. And always be careful where you're getting your tokens from. Make sure that you get it from the proper address and you're getting the actual token. But of course, yeah, here's where you come to swap. And if you can't swap here for any specific Fantom coin, then of course it's going to be on Spooky Swap as well. So you can always try Spooky Swap. But here's Spirit Swap. Spirit Swap's great. They have their own bridges, farms, boosted farms, and everything in there as well. So if we click on the governance tab, right, you can join this snapshot for LiquidDriver, the protocol, and you can vote on a lot of things that have to do directly with the protocol. So if you're interested in getting involved from a governance standpoint and having your say, then definitely come here and check out this part. If we go to the docs are my favorite part. Always, always, always read the docs. They have a bunch of how-tos on how to connect to Metamask. How to connect Metamask to Fantom, which I showed you guys. And then also bridging your tokens from other chains to Fantom, which is a pretty good rule of thumb if you don't know how to do that already. They have tokenomics of Liquidator, and you can go through all of the tokenomics when it comes to Liquidator and how everything operates. And then also vault strategies. So there's a lot of great information in the docs. Make sure that you definitely read these and read them for every project, honestly. So we come back. This was LiquidDriver. Try to do a deep dive into the platform. Try to make you guys well informed so you guys can make the most money as possible in DeFi. And of course, dropping mad useful gems on you guys so that you guys get information that, of course, is mad useful. If you guys like that, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also make sure to hit that bell notification icon so that you can be notified the moment that we drop new mad useful crypto videos to make you more money, of course, in DeFi, NFTs, and just definitely covering all the bases of cryptos as well. Definitely see you guys later.